Hey guys, welcome. This is the 101 for the Social Reaction Network, the SRN Media Channel, and today we're going to be looking at some news and talking about it, just very, very, very quickly, you know what I'm saying? Don't want to stay too long on topics, except for the really, really important ones. So today we want to talk about a video that's going on around everywhere, including YouTube, Facebook. It's about Planet Fitness, the employee that told the gentleman with the service dog that he cannot come into the establishment, basically because he didn't want him there. That's what it comes down to. And obviously this gentleman has gone before to other Planet Fitnesses with service dog, right? And I mean, who doesn't love dogs? Dogs are amazing, right? Cats too, whatever. And I find it really dumb and stupid that this gentleman, I hope he loses his job. I'm just going to be honest with you. People like that, the way he was being so rude to this guy, and the guy wasn't being rude whatsoever. And obviously the dog wasn't even barking, nothing, nada. I don't understand it, what this individual's problem is, but there's a lot of individuals like this in this world. I'm just going to be honest with you. Just want to make people's life miserable. And that comes from not being happy themselves. You have to be happy. And that is your problem. The world doesn't have to make you happy. The gentleman that just wanted to go to the gym with his service dog, that's it. It could have been, okay, sir, no problem. Just make sure your dog doesn't poop and this and that and, attacks anybody and no barking. You establish some rules and that's it. Let it be. You have to take it personal and have to get ugly and go from there. And the company's going to get sued, obviously. And honestly, if I was a gentleman, I wouldn't let it go, bro. People like this cannot be in customer service. Okay, it is a gym, but it's customer service. Okay, you are the person that's representing this company. Okay, and your decisions affect the company on a daily basis. Don't do stupid shit like this, okay? Wow. Lesson learned, right? He's gonna learn. He's probably gonna get fired. And now we're gonna talk about the stabbing that happened in Charlotte with this young lady. That could have been prevented. I mean, it's everywhere. Some medias are not covering it. Some medias are. I think that this is something that should be covered more. Because mental illness, and I talk about this on my other channel a lot, mental illness is just running rapid around the world, and I think we need to do something about it. But, we have chosen to just let people that have problems, I think it'll happen in 2021 with COVID and stuff like that, right? And they just let these people go out to the streets and haven't tried to give them any help. Here in New York, you have it a lot. The other day I was in the train. Yesterday. And this guy's in there, he's talking to himself and stuff like that. And he's the stop. And the next stop comes, and before he leaves, he's like, I'm gonna kill you all, this and that, don't talk to me like that, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, nobody's talking to this guy. And it's just, it's sad to see in a way, but where are the families at? Where there's so many questions that are not answered, and it is just insane that this is going on in this world. And to be honest, if you don't know who's who, like this young lady had no idea what this man was thinking. Me, when I use public transportation, I sit close to the driver or stand close to the driver by the door. My surroundings. Okay, I have that spidey senses. I know how to judge people. Luckily for me, I go to the gym and I know how to defend myself and stuff like that. So I'm not an easy mark. They probably think about it twice. But this young lady, man, she didn't. Nobody saw it coming. And it is just sad. And they're defending this. And not only that, the guy is out now. And they're cashless bail. Honestly, guys, and I'm talking to Democrats and I'm also talking to Republicans, things need to change. Okay? People need to be held accountable. They need to be in jail. If you commit something like this, there's no way you should be able to be out. Because if he does it again, which most likely is the track record, right? Indicates that he's going to do it again. Whose fault is it now? Again? Whose fault is it now again? It's not the woman's fault. It's not his next victim. It's the government. Okay. Right now, the city of where this happened, in Charlotte, they're responsible. You let this man go again. And, again, another guy punching a woman in Chicago. Same thing, man. When you're tough on crime, you're going to let all this stuff happen. And you're not going to want change until it affects you. And if you live in this environment, you may not even want change because you're still going to live there. That's the crazy part about it. If you don't like the environment that you're in, you need to leave. Okay, but some people love it, they enjoy it, they like that, so they stay, no matter what happens there. Okay, I know of people that still live in the building that, the kids or father or something like that has been killed. You're like, bro, what are you doing? Leave. That environment was not good for you. Leave. Okay? And I think in society, we think that we don't deserve better, and we do. If you don't like this, let me explain something to you. Once you have kids, it's no longer about you, it's about your kids. So you have to think, okay, do I want my kids being raised here? Just because I did it doesn't mean they have to. That's what you have to understand. That mentality needs to go. And I think we'll be a better world. So sad, man. Let's see, we're just going through the news, right? One after another one. Let's see where we're at. Some stuff going on in this world is crazy. I see a whole lot of baby mama, baby daddy drama. So apparently, I don't know if this is true. I don't think this is true now. That Trump deployed the National Guard. It would be all over the place, I think. When you're watching the news, one thing you need to, not watching, but scouring, looking around for the news and stuff like that. Be very careful where you get your news from. For some channels and some media companies, I don't look for news. I don't care for the news, which is why I made this one, because I'm going after everybody. I don't care whether you're Republican, Democrat, or whatever. If you do something wrong, you're gonna get it. I don't know the details, but apparently a immigrant throws black woman off bridge. What the fuck is going on, man? Why are we so violent? Why are we getting so violent? We got to do all these things. Oh, this one right here, 400 plus arrests in I believe the Hyundai factory in Georgia. Yo, that's crazy. Honestly, I really, really do hope that the government goes hard on Hyundai for this one. Okay, really hard. There's some myth out there that Americans don't work hard. I've had plenty of jobs, so I've seen plenty of Americans working hard. And I've seen plenty of jobs where Americans haven't worked that hard, and vice versa. So I don't want to hear that shit, okay? There's Americans, there's people from other countries that work hard here, and then vice versa that don't, okay? From other countries that come here and don't do shit. So I don't want to hear that shit, okay? That's the stigma that's made out there. But now this is the thing. These jobs are going to be available. You need to go ahead and take them. I myself was wondering, because I've done construction and stuff like that, and I was seeing, a whole bunch of job sites that are open, basically nobody's there. I'm like, second job, anyone? That type of stuff, bro. There's money out here. You shouldn't be in a position where you don't have money. There's plenty of jobs now, okay? There's 400 vacancies just became available. Folks in Georgia, you can go get some jobs, okay? But yeah, they should, throw the book at them. Throw the book at them, bro, okay? This whole Venezuelan America thing, that's not gonna last long. I'm gonna be honest with you. The only one that really hurts is the Venezuelan people. If I was the president of that country, be like, okay, no problem, could, okay, we'll work with you. They don't want to work with us because money, always the money. Okay, keep that in mind. We'll keep revisiting this one back and forth, when it's time, right? Let's talk about this real quick. So let's talk about that Karen in Philadelphia. Yo, that was crazy, man. And this is not the first one. There was a dude the other day that did basically the same thing. And you gotta understand, man. It's not a woman thing. It's not a men thing. It's an everybody thing. Right now, people are acting crazy. It's like shit in the water. I don't understand it, right? Something's making people very aggressive. But why would you do that to kids? Right? Like, yo, there's really got to be something really mentally wrong with you. I would give him the ball. Yo, why would you do that? Yo, that's crazy. Snatch the ball off a little kid. And the father had to go ahead and just give because he doesn't want a confrontation. That's why he did it. Okay? That is wild to me. Okay? That this man felt he had to do that. That's all I'm going to say about that. I just hope that it doesn't keep happening, you know what I'm saying? Because one day somebody's going to get hurt. One of these Karens are really going to learn the lesson about that, right? And again, more and more and more about the stabbing, and not everybody's talking about it. That's the sad part. They even started to GoFundMe, like, bro, what? Man, I don't know what to say. The GoFundMe should be for the family. If we know she is, we know she is, but we need to know more than that. That's crazy, man. So let's talk about this one. And this will be the last one we talk about. Government. So they're like people like Nancy Pelosi and them should be getting paid. Take off my glasses. Should be getting paid. I think 275,000. I forgot what it is. Right? Doesn't really matter because they have more than that, right? Per year, right? And they're making all this extra money. How are they making this extra money? Lobbying, all this stuff. This stuff is illegal, but they're getting away with it. All you got to do is follow the money. Do they really want to follow the money? That's the question, right? Do they really want to follow the money? And number two, you need to ask yourself this, right? As a consumer, because you're the one consuming all this, right? And they supposedly work for you, and that's bullshit. If you did insider trading in your job, what would happen to you? You're going to jail. How come she's not in jail? And the rest of her Democratic friends and some Republicans too, well, how come they're not in jail? That is the question. Let me explain something to you guys. Some way, somehow, this has to change, but it's only going to change if you're fed up with bullshit. Right? This is always going to happen. I welcome Trump stating, hey, this shit don't need to be a career. And he's right. It should not be a career. Okay? These people don't care about you. Okay? There are certain cities that is just blatantly clear that they don't care about you. Here in New York, they don't care. Okay? The governor says, which just got appointed, she didn't even win, okay? And I think Cuomo was way better. Crime is down, whatever. Lady that sets on fire. What the fuck are you talking about? When do these people take the train, take the bus, and walk around like the rest of you guys, okay? You guys in Chicago have to really think about that, man. When do these people walk around? Where do they live? Your governor in Chicago, his ass don't even live there. Okay? He don't live in the streets. He doesn't have to take I've gone to Chicago, Wisconsin, Michigan, all that. I've been through that. Yeah, it's not easy. Okay? To commute. It's not easy to go to public buildings and stuff like that. Yo, it's crazy out there. So you got to think about those things. Um, who you're electing, and if they're even doing a good job. Okay. Honestly, I'm not big on government right now, but I'm just gonna keep it real with you, bro. When I lived in Florida, you didn't see shit like that. Okay. I remember that the one time in Florida, downtown Orlando, shit was starting to get real down there at night, and they were like, police. As soon as the clubs closed, I got the fuck out of here, bro. Everybody had to go. Okay? It's a Republican state. Go to Democratic state. What's gonna happen? You get to do whatever the hell you want, bro. Okay? And that's what crime happens, right? Unfortunately, you need police. You need boots on the ground to get people to move. But also, what you have to understand is that people's lifestyle will indicate what they're going to do, what kind of trouble they're going to get in and stuff like that, right? And people going to jail left and right, man. Okay? That's the crazy fucking part about all this. When is change going to happen? I don't see it happening anytime soon, because we have just let these people run amok. And it's all about money. In Chicago, they don't care about you, bro. They really don't care about you. Chicago, they don't care about you people, okay? And I don't live in Chicago. I just went there a few times and that was it, okay? And actually some of the city is very beautiful, but you can pay me to go over there because there's nothing for me to do over there. California, same thing. I don't want to go. There's so much crime that I don't feel like I have to go. I'm not missing anything. There's crime here. What the fuck I want to go over there and do some crime, okay? It's like when I went on vacation one time in Orlando. I used to live in Orlando. I went to Miami. I went over there. I said, yo, there's no fucking difference. There's no difference. Then I went to Key West, and I'm like, wow, okay, now this feels like a vacation. But going to Florida, going to Miami, I used to go there all the time. Bro. I'm talking about for work, stuff like that. It was just like being in Orlando, so I didn't like it, to be honest with you. Okay? So it's again, what I was saying earlier. We have to realize when you need to get out of that environment. If the environment's not good for you, bro, I don't care what kind of good time you're having or whatever, you got to go. Once you realize that you grew up, okay? You grew up and you said, I'm grown now, man. I gotta change. I'm looking for better. Get the fuck out. Don't stay. Because sometimes staying, you know what I'm saying? And who's the ones that pay? Your family, the kids, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? What if you lose one of them? You know, if you're a father or mother and you didn't see this person grow, that young lady in that bus, if her family is still alive over there in Ukraine, bro, what do you think they're thinking? Bro, she went over there for a better life and got, you know? That's crazy, man. So please be careful. Take care of yourself out here, man. Always invest in yourself. Do something like I'm doing. I'm investing in myself and I'm trying to make a difference. And I've made a difference with my other channel. And this is why we're here in this channel right now. Right, guys? Please make a difference in your life, somebody else's life. Invest in yourself. Educate yourself. Whatever you got to do to make sure that you are not being complacent. That's the worst thing any man or woman can do, be complacent. Always want more. Okay? This is Church for the Social Reaction Network, okay? The SRN Media Channel. And I'll see you in the next time. Bye.